Let's get started!
What's this?
Oh, this is the last panel of chapter 392. It's pretty badass, I just had to make it the background.
Clever, comrade. It's
The you mean it's
This is better.
Deadline it's
The you mean it's
Now whatever. I'm gonna start the video essay now. Okay, here we go. So for today's video we're not gonna be doing any ranting or any other negative activity. Today we are just going the harmless route. And by harmless I mean we are just gonna be talking about elemental quirks. And by elemental quirks I mean only the pure elemental quirks. And by pure elemental quirks I mean the quirks that are pretty much pure elemental. And not just fractions of an elemental power like solid air or air jet. Now you might ask, why only talk about pure elemental quirks? Why not just regular quirks? What's so special about the pure elemental quirks that need talking about? Well, technically pure elemental quirks are special enough to be worth talking about because they are basically the jackpot in terms of the quirk genetic lottery. Pure elemental quirks are literally the best quirks in the manga, and no other quirks can even come close. Okay, with that said, let's dive into and explore the wonderful world of pure elemental quirks. Let's see what makes them better than anything else. First off, pure elemental quirks are generally much more powerful than average quirks. This one is pretty obvious. After all, MHA is not really even trying to hide it.
I think flames as weak as that will impact my creations.
If there's a character with a pure elemental quirk, they're almost always labeled as powerful, and rightfully so. In fact, if such a person with a pure elemental quirk is part of a group, they're pretty much guaranteed to be the most powerful person there. Hell, even nameless characters with pure elemental quirks are still incredibly powerful.
I'm starting to get bored! Let's get this on the road!
Moving on. Not only pure elemental quirks are phenomenally overpowered, but they are also incredibly versatile. Notice how basically all of them allow their user to form and shape pretty much anything they wanted. Hell, Blue Cat's quirk literally allows her to outright summon semi-sentient stone giants with theoretically no limit at all. Meanwhile, some pure elemental quirks take their versatility to a whole new level by being able to break the laws of physics, such as Psychic's ability to create solid fire. And then there's Compensator, who can basically replicate pretty much every single f***ing ability the main character has except one. He has Super Punch, a tentacle tendril attack, flight, the ability to store energy and unleash it all in one big blast. Fire can obviously create smoke. Also, he can pass off his quirk through breeding. And most importantly, exactly just like the legendary OFA quirk, Compensator can also straight up obliterate the Demon Lord, and he can f***ing do it with only one arm. Now, while Compensator's quirk can't replicate Danger Sense, but then again he's so experienced and fast it pretty much already feels like he already has his own Danger Sense, just not tied to his elemental quirk. Okay, moving on. Now, with the obvious fact that pure elemental quirks far exceed any other quirk category in terms of power and versatility, you'd think their users are already experiencing symptoms of quirk singularity, or maybe already evolving random mutations just so their bodies can withstand their overpowered quirks. But no. These guys look just fine. They are just regular humans with fancy colored eyes and hair. Not a single one of them is sick in any way. And as for the few mutants among them, their looks are not tied to singularity at all, they are just born that way. So yeah, pure elemental quirks are just somehow unaffected by quirk singularity. No matter how powerful they are, they simply never overload their users. Also, another thing about pure elemental quirks is that they have no effect over the personalities of their users. Very much unlike some characters over here whose personalities are clearly affected by their quirks. Okay, so that's basically why pure elemental quirks are better than anything else. They are simply much more powerful and versatile, somehow resistant to quirk singularity, doesn't alter personality in any way. And basing off of the fact that there's very few mutants among these guys, and not a single person here in the mutant army have any sort of elemental quirk, there also seemed to be a connection between having a pure elemental quirk and not being an ugly mutant. So yeah, it's pretty much a win-win everywhere. Pure elemental quirks are simply the jackpot quirk. But still, As much as they are powerful and better than anything else, not all pure elemental quirks are created equal. Electric quirks. While yes, they're fancy and flashy and definitely still much more powerful than your standard quirk, not to mention also somehow unaffected by quirk singularity and other things. But in terms of power, versatility, and variety, electric quirks got the really short end of the elemental stick. Literally every single electric quirk in the manga are so similar you could pretty much say they're all the same. For starters, they have only one method of attack, and that is through one big electric surge after a short charge up time. And that's about it. Hell, Electro over here literally had to use support equipment just to have another method of attack. As for versatility, electric quirks can't be shaped nor formed into anything, nor they allow their users to bolt around at lightning speeds. All they can pretty much do in terms of versatility is charge and power things, or maybe stun and immobilize a huge group of people. That, while impressive, is still lackluster compared to what other pure elemental quirks allow their users to do. But to really see how inferior electric quirks are compared to the rest of the other pure elemental quirks, look no further than the final battle. Notice how the electric quirks are just over here doing some charging, while the rest of the pure elemental quirks are out here wrecking absolute amounts of and just generally being phenomenally overpowered and way more impactful than any other quirk. Yeah, electric quirks and MHA just simply suck somehow. Okay. Video essay over. You know what, Deadline, instead of arguing here and getting nowhere, why not let's just ask the little person what's the better background?
Good idea, clever comrade.
Hey little person, what do you think would be a good background? Little person, those are just pictures of baby seals.
I still think this is better.
Deadline, just let the little person choose. Stop forcing in your badly photoshopped pictures.
No, they're not.
You know what, that's good enough. Okay, I'm ending this video.